We just bookended rounds 11 and 12 here at ERX Motor Park. Here, Haley Shanley for AMSOIL Championship Snocross, powered by Ram Trucks. This is your AMSOIL race recap. So let's get things rolling with Pro Snowbike. We saw Jesse Kirchmeier's Showtime come away with the overall win, and a strong showing all weekend long by Troy Horbody, who got second, and Keaton Ward. He didn't have to make any saves. He didn't go down in tonight's Moto 2. Now we call him the king of saves because he has had to make quick maneuvers, and every time almost he's been able to rally back and garner a podium finish, but he didn't have to do that tonight. So one thing that was working in the Snowbike's favor here in round 12 is they had a freshly groomed track, and that is so important for them because Snowbikes in general, they can't eat up the character and these holes in the track like a snowmobile can. So freshly groomed track, different from what we saw in the preceding rounds. So the racing was phenomenal. We saw great battles. Troy Horbody had the whole shot. Fantastic run for our Pro Snowbikes. And in Pro Women, we had seen Maylene Anderson with a hat trick in round 11. She was able to get the win. She broke the tiebreaker. She was able to take 6 wins on the season. Megan Brodeur had 5 going into tonight. Megan Brodeur reclaimed that top spot on the podium. She had said, you know, going into tonight, something had to change. You know, she came from last year. She had won, what was it, 8 races in a row. She is no stranger to the top box of the podium. Of course, our 3-time Pro Women's champ. So she's been fired up. She was hungry for this one. So she put all the pieces together. Maylene Anderson ripped such a clean hole shot. She was a good ski length ahead of the rest of the pack heading into the stud boy hole shot, and unfortunately she went down in turn 2 hard. But what was beautiful, a beautiful showing from Maylene, is the way she was able to work her way back up through the field. Unfortunately not able to come away with a podium finish, but that leaves Megan Brodeur to distance her points gap. Now sits 13 points ahead of Maylene Anderson, that points chase. And we saw Tasha Lang, one of our local connections, on the podium for 3rd, and Anana Hauger, who has had such strong starts this season. She held her own in this one once again, found herself another podium finish. So I know her dad Joe is in town helping her out, so a great run in front of the family. That's Pro Women. And onto Pro Light competition. Man, this one was also exciting. We had Adam Peterson come away with a strong start. Your points leader back on top of the box. And that was big because Team LaValle has had a hard go this weekend with Kyle Pleen sustaining a concussion in the Pro class. We'll get to that in just a moment when we talk Pro, but to see Adam Peterson on the box, that was a good confidence booster for him. He said, I'm a guy who, you know, I may be doing well, maybe the points leader may have been leading this points championship race since Iowa, but you know, you always, you struggle with these voices in your head that say, you know, sometimes I'm not good enough, and you really lean on your teammates to help boost you up, boost the morale. And so, you know, to have a confidence booster such as a win here tonight, great for Adam Peterson. But also we had Jordan LaBelle, who made a pass over Travis Kern with just 2 laps to go. LaBelle didn't have the greatest start, had to move his way forward, and that's exactly what he did in his round 2 qualifier too. So Jordan LaBelle, one of the fastest sleds on track tonight for Pro Light, works his way forward once again. And Travis Kern, you know, he finished 1 spot shy of where he wanted to be, if not 2, but Travis Kern, a great run for him, solid start. He held off Jordan LaBelle and was pressuring for the lead for the balance of that one. So great run for the K2 Motorsports rider, the 201 Travis Kern. Now that leaves us with the big dance, Pro. So what we had seen here tonight, Elias Ischel, he is your winner here. He grabbed his 23rd career Pro win. So Elias Ischel 200, he continues to distance himself in the points chase. And what we had also seen from Pro here on the box, Francis Pelletier. Now, it just seems like we have a different energy from Francis Pelletier. Of course, the 220 Warner racing machine. He is, it seems like he's having a lot of fun this year, just different energy. Not that he hasn't in the past, but he is really enjoying this season. That makes 3 podiums in a row for him, his 4th podium this season. So Francis Pelletier finds himself currently sitting 3rd in the championship points chase coming away from this weekend. And rounding out your podium for Pro, we had a newcomer to the podium, Emil Haar for Judnick Motorsports. This one was so big for him. This is his first career Pro podium. He finds himself on the box, his first full season in the US. Before tonight, his best career finish was a 4th. He had one just a couple weeks ago in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. He had one last year as a fill-in rider for Cody Cam and the Henches Racing Polaris team. So this was huge. Scott Judnick, we saw him at the podium celebrating. Emil Haar was just speechless. Scott Judnick was dancing. So a great night for our Polaris team there, and a great night for Skidoo as well, topping the box. So Lincoln Lemieux was up there in the mix. You know, he had said in around 11, he said, I don't feel like I deserve this, but the team has. They have worked their butts off. I know they've been up in Aurora and they have been continuously testing and practicing. So Lincoln Lemieux was looking to turn some tough luck around, found himself on the box in round 11, found himself with a good finish here in round 12. So that's a bit of a recap. Of course, there are so many stories, so stay tuned here. We'll have the full round 12 recap coming at you, but this is your AMSOIL post-race recap. So thanks for joining us this weekend here from beautiful ERX Motor Park, Elk River, Minnesota. We'll see you in just a few weeks at the World Championship Derby Complex, the snowmobile capital of the world in Eagle River, Wisconsin.